We still have more action though, and you got the pretty boy, Christopher London, making his long-awaited pro debut, former Rising Stars champion, as he takes on Mr. Sinister, the undefeated David Rivera. So I say catch your breath, we're not gonna have a chance.
And guys, the Schmo's been looking forward to this matchup all evening long. After Mr. Sinister's victory over Hamza Trot, we rewatched that last night. Can't wait to see what this one has in store.
All right, UNF fans, we have 4 more fights for you. So let's bring in our fighters for our next bout of the evening. Starting with our fighter from the blue corner, David Rivera.
Yeah, you talked about it, Schmo. The stock of Mr. Sinister really went up after his round 2 knockout over the Syrian Prince Hamza Trad, a former Rising Stars champion that made his professional debut to much fanfare, but he ran into a buzzsaw in the form of David Rivera.
Yeah, David Rivera, like we mentioned, UNF 23, last victory, TKO, Hamza Trot, and we all know Hamza Trot has been a great fighter for this organization on the Raws. He was able to eat so much punishment, display such a great chin, and David Rivera coming away with that victory. Very impressed last time he performed.
Rivera also had a round 1 knockout over Alan Alvarez. He was 3-2 as a Rising Star himself, both his losses by submission. At the weigh-ins, David Rivera was asked, his thoughts, what he expected. He said, "You'll see what you always see from me, a finish." So ominous words from Mr. Sinister, living up to that moniker. Gonna try and wipe the smile off the face of the pretty boy, Christopher London. He's got the ability to do it. This one set 3 5-minute rounds, of course, professional fight, the first for Christopher London in the lightweight division. No one's had an answer yet for Mr. Sinister, undefeated, as we take a closer look.
Weighing in at 155 pounds, standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, 29 years young. He's a striker, representing Classic Fight Team, Raw Tail Boxing, and Warrior Fitness Center. Vasily Lomachenko, the favorite fighter of David Rivera, making the fight mine. He wants to take control, and he's got a fashion brand, loves to set people up with a nice fit.
Yeah, the keys to the kingdom: set up your takedown with punches, get that fight to the mat, dominate position before going for submission.
Certainly looks cool, calm, and collected, does Mr. Sinister. Been there before, that can't be said in the professional ranks for his opponent.
And please welcome his opponent, Christopher London.
Christopher London is a character out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Makes his professional debut, was 5-2 as a Rising Star, but including that was a title win. 2 knockout wins, 2 submissions, and a decision, and had 4 consecutive wins as a Rising Star. So picked a good time to make that jump. He's riding a big wave of momentum.
As you mentioned, plenty of momentum. 4 of those wins by finish, and 4 of those 5 by finish. I mean, this guy had a great Rising Stars career. Very excited for this long-awaited debut. Much anticipated here in UNF.
Coming off of a round 1 knockout of Alexander Weddle to win the Rising Stars title. He's got wins over the likes of Carson, don't mess with the Dohan, we know how tough he is, and Gregor Balkian, who claimed Rising Stars gold in somewhat controversial fashion earlier.
Christopher London weighed in 154.8 pounds, standing 6'3" inches tall, 28 years young. He's got a Muay Thai style, representing Matador Training and Jokuwani Muay Thai.
Easy for you to say. His favorite fighter, Anderson the Spider Silva, is going to use that range, striking distance and control the real estate. And fun fact, I guess he's a horticulturist.
I wonder what kind of plants he grows.
Yeah, I wonder.
The keys to the kingdom for Christopher London: blast off, be aggressive from the opening bell, level up, change levels when the opportunity arises, and the chaos theory: don't let your opponent get comfortable, keep him backing up.
Here to set the stage, great Bruce.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is set for 3 rounds in the UNF lightweight division and is presented by DG Show. Your referee in charge of this action, Rafael Davis. Introducing first, out of the blue corner, making his professional debut tonight. He is a Muay Thai fighter standing at 6'3", weighing in at 154.8 pounds. Representing Matador Training at Njokowani Muay Thai, and fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Christopher Pretty Boy London. And his opponent, out of the red corner, an undefeated striker with a professional record of 2 wins and no losses. He stands 5'11", weighing in at 155.2 pounds. Representing Classic Fight Team, Raw Talent Boxing and Warrior Fitness Center, and fighting out of San Bernardino, California, Mr. Sinister, David Rivera.
Stage is set. Mr. Sinister looking to remain undefeated in the professional ranks. Pretty boy Christopher London steps into the professional ranks for the very first time after a decorated Rising Stars career. We are off and running in this lightweight battle, and you can see the height discrepancy between the two, and we'll see if Pretty Boy can utilize that range.
Yeah, he can throw those leg kicks backing up, which is something that most people are not very good at. He's very good at because he's good at utilizing his range.
Rivera's 2-0, and gentlemen, both those wins coming by way of knockout. So if you're London, you certainly want to keep him at bay.
He's on Dream Street.
Down, he might be chopping down the beanstalk. Here is Rivera.
London's trying to keep his wits about him, but he is rocked and reeling.
I think the cage was the only thing that kept him up. He got stumbled back, but keeping his composure here.
Just reading the body language of his legs, he collected his wits pretty quickly. But let's see if he can withstand this barrage of punishment from David Rivera.
Nice knee there by London. Again, you got to utilize that range. Into the takedown attempt here goes Rivera.
That's one way to break down the range.
No question about it. Rivera attempting to change levels. Use leverage and get him down, but warding it off there was London.
If I'm Rivera, I let go of this and go right back to the center of the cage. Yeah.
Had him rocked.
He's got a much better chance of finding that chin at range than he does up close and personal.
Yeah, and I don't know if I want to get in the clinch game either with London if he can throw those long legs, throw the knees up the middle, but right now he's eating some. Series of
I
knees
don't
by
think
Rivera.
London's all there yet, boys.
Yeah. Ate a big shot.
He was on Dream Street for a minute, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's trying to use the clinch in his own right there. It was London, but Rivera really using a lot of energy looking for this takedown, Schmo.
London is not an easy guy to take down. He doesn't have his wits fully behind him, as you had mentioned, Jonathan, but he is not an easy guy to take down.
He certainly is not.
Well, he's proving it right now. And the longer you keep him around and allow him to get his faculties back, he'll become dangerous again. So don't know if I love the strategy of Rivera here to stay in tight.
That's right. If I'm Rivera, I'd break away and I'd use my weapons. I'd trade.
There we go, back to the center, here we go. See London's hands down at the midsection. He's got to cover up his chin. Because Rivera is really quick at changing that, getting through that distance.
That left hook of Rivera is landing on that counter. Good leg kick.
Just doesn't have a solid foundation, just Christopher London, and it was tested there. Went downstairs, did Rivera. Might elect to go upstairs in short order here if this continues.
Nasty leg kick. Oh, just buckled him there.
Can't eat many more of those.
Mr. Sinister living up to that name. It has been a sinister attack by Rivera. Body kicks though by London, side kick by London as well. Staying alive.
That's when Rivera does his best work, when he lets those hands fly.
London got caught earlier. You see some footwork here by London. He didn't know if he was at Commerce Casino or back in MILF Manor. Nice. MILF Manor. Look at London now turning on the gas.
Cleanest headshots he's had so far in the fight.
Yes.
Hey, turnabout is fair play, boys.
What an exciting first round of action. Trying to establish the jab now is London. Thunder in the foot there of Rivera, and answering is London. Coming up on 30 seconds to go in the first round of action.
Got a leaking nose right now out of Rivera.
Yeah. London has really worked his way close to eating a big left hook there.
That left hook snapped his head back, Christopher London, but Landon landed a good jab right before that.
Really impressed with the composure of London to get back into this fight. Looked like it was all but finished earlier on. And we got a fight on our hands here, gentlemen. And I think London certainly earned some respect from Mr. Sinister there, and vice versa. I'm sure we'll take a look back at it, but man, London, just to survive, that's somewhat of a moral victory, showing his toughness.
Tale of two halves, right? Because in that first half, London was rocked. We didn't know how much longer this fight was gonna last, but he was able to grapple his wits. I don't know if it was a detriment or not. Rivera just having up against the cage, trying to use those knees and attack the body, but London gathered his wits. He was able to use that jab, busted him open. Damage, that's a tough criteria, gentlemen. This is a tough one if you're a referee.
You got to look at the replay here. Nice right hand has London rocked and reeling there. Left hand follows with right hand combination. London did a great job to survive the swarm. Came back and landed some effective strikes of his own.
And you guys mentioned the takedown defense of pretty boy Christopher London was on point, but he got wobbled with those leg kicks, but just kept on plugging away.
There's a great replay of that leg kick right there. Good left and right there by Rivera.
It was a great jab though when he ate that leg kick. It's a great jab by London as well though.
And he's gonna need to use that in round two. Score some points. Utilize that jab.
Lead left hook.
You know, it's not good enough to be long. You have to know how to fight long, and London's allowing Rivera to break down that range. I'd like to see him establish that jab again, like you mentioned, Schmo. Maybe some teeps.
Good body kick right there from Rivera.
Looking for the takedown. Did that Dogland hunt in the first round, and now London searching for some shots of his own. That takedown, I think I'd go back to the drawing board there if I were Rivera. It's not panning out. You can see though, as they're right in front of us, guys, so Rivera's wearing some damage over that right eye, guys.
He's busted open.
And it reminds me of the Hamzat Trot fight. He ate so much damage and was busted open in the first round.
That was a body kick and that hurt him.
Yes, it did.
Going to work is Rivera. We're about to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Jaws, and he is the shark smelling blood in the water right now.
like to see him go back downstairs and land to that body again.
I love the ability of London just to ward stuff off and stay in there.
It's the footwork. He's light on his toes, he's able to slip, and he's able to rip.
Oh my goodness, what an exchange there.
Both guys swinging for the fences.
Yeah, both 8 big shots there too.
Now London's got his hands completely down right now.
Question mark kick attempt there by London.
He didn't set it up, he just threw it blindly. You got to set that up with your hands.
Series of shots now by Rivera.
He tripled up on that left hook there.
Heavy pressure. Making sure that London is in reverse gear.
London doing a little shuffle foot here, trying to create an opening. Oh, Muay Thai elbow up the middle for Rivera.
Just missed though, but very, very well mixing it up right there. Catches the body kick right there is London.
Very tough draw for Christopher London in his pro debut.
Yes. Tough draw for anybody in their pro debut.
Both these guys could go on and have a great future in their MMA careers and look back at this fight and be like, wow, we both grew, we both learned. Look how young we were there and look how much we've accomplished since then.
It just goes to show all you pros out there that want to fight at Up Next Fighting, make sure you call George Basmachin to get yourself a shot, but be careful what you wish for because you're not going to get a free pass.
Looking for the spinning back fist. Nowhere to be found there was Christopher London.
Good sportsmanship right there, love to see it.
Kind of surprised. You can see the redness on the body of London there. You get a good look at it. You know, he was hurt to the body earlier by Rivera. I'm surprised Rivera hasn't targeted that again.
But that's why his hands continue to drop lower and lower. He's trying to protect that body. Now, Rivera lands up top.
I think he tripled up on the hook there, Jonathan.
Yeah, again.
Another great fight, guys. This is what it's all about at Up Next Fighting. You want to be the best, you're going to have to earn it.
Just had a feeling when I was rewatching the Khamzat Trod and David Rivera fight last night that we were going to get another barn burner, and it hasn't disappointed so far.
Rivera's starting to get loose with his hands again.
Yeah, he's got London backed up in no man's land here. He's been hunting him down, has Rivera here in this round.
Both fighters breathing through a wide open mouth. Both of them absolutely exhausted. Rivera still trying to lay it on. 30 seconds left to go in the round.
He's been chopping and chopping, but he just can't chop this tall tree down, at least not yet. But really applying the pressure, pouring it on is Rivera. Man, London's got to do something or he might survive the round, but maybe not much else. 10 seconds to go. Rivera is all over him.
Pressuring.
He's dead! David Rivera, oh my Lord!
Well, so much for surviving the round. Rivera making me eat my words and making Christopher London eat some shots at the end of the second and was able to put him away. Wow. Mr. Sinister. Well, I guess. This guy will hit you with evil intentions. What a fight, though.
Not afraid to take damage, wears it with the badge of honor, finds a way to close the distance, whether it's your body, whether it's upstairs to the dome, he finds a way to break your will. And that's what he did here tonight inside the cage.
Incredible in the final seconds of the round. Just poured it on, was cooking with gas, and was able to finally take down. It said he chopped and chopped, he couldn't chop the tree down, he finally did.
Persistence.
Another round 2 TKO for David Rivera. And we're going to take a look back at it. Christopher London being looked over, has not gotten back up just yet, being checked out. Let's take a look back at the action, and man, was there lots of it. Heavy pressure by Rivera throughout, Jonathan.
Yeah, Rivera really put it on him here. You see him landing that left hook, testing the range, going back to the well one more time. Left and right combination, that right hand right on the temple. Drop London, and that's it. Short time, and Rivera picks up the win.
Mr. Sinister had put deposits in that pain bank throughout the fight. Finally was able to drop him. We're here at Commerce Casino. Tomorrow morning, Mr. Banks will have an all-you-can-eat breakfast buffet. This was an all-you-can-eat buffet of brutality here, courtesy of Mr. Sinister. We'll go back into the cage and make it all official. Another fun one on a great night of fights at UNF 25.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Rafael Davis has called the stop to this bout at 4 minutes and 59 seconds of round number 2, declaring your winner by TKO and still undefeated, David Rivera!
Straight victory in the pro ranks by that man, Mr. Sinister. Let's get a word with the winner from the Schmooze.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with your winner, with Mr. Rivera. Here we are, 3-0, back-to-back second round TKOs. What is it about you that you're able to break the will of your opponent?
I'm down to go down to any fucking corner to get this fucking dub. And you can tell that
You're not afraid to take a shot, to give a shot. You're able to get through guys. What are you most proud of so far in your UNF career?
what am I most proud of? Staying undefeated and having nothing but finishes.
What is up next for you?
We'll see. We'll see. As you guys know, I don't turn down fights, really. I'm always bringing fucking chaos into the ring. And hey, why is it that this is my second fight in a row where they couldn't find a 55er to fight me? They had to bring Chris from 170, Hamza from 145. Where the fuck you pussies at?
He's calling everybody out. Give this guy a napkin. He's bleeding everywhere. Give it up for your winner. Todd and John, back to you.
All right, thank you, Schmo. Rivera with the big win, chopping down Christopher London. London, we talked about it, another baptism by fire, an unenviable task in your professional debut.
Yeah, you know, it's tough. I really like this kid, Christopher London. You know, he looks good. He's got, you know, great style and everything else, but sometimes you run into a buzzsaw, and this kid just put him away, man. He did a great job fighting him. Rivera just put it all together. Looked really good.